Hey, Kalen, how you doing, man?
I'm good. How you?
Good. What's this process been like for you? I mean, your whole career you've been practicing for games and with your teammates.
Yeah.
This is kind of you're on your own. What's that been like?
I say it's different because, waking up, I'm used to the team aspect, getting to go out here, do tour duty and things like that. But, I'm definitely got to get adjusted to it, waking up, doing workouts, making sure I'm eating the right things, and just making sure I'm being consistent throughout the process. Like I said, it's been enjoyable. I got to talk to plenty of teams. I went to Indy, so that was definitely, something that I dreamed about and I actually got to do. So, I definitely enjoyed that part. And like I said, just the journey, like just going through it and seeing what it's like. Like I say, talking to different teams and just going through the process. Like, yeah, I'm definitely enjoying it.
We'll go front row on your left for Bridget. How do you feel like your performance in Indy went, and I guess what do you want to build on or improve on Friday at Pro Day?
I feel like my performance in Indy went smooth. I got to showcase, answer the questions that need to be answered. So just going out there and being myself, showcase what I was working on the whole 8 weeks. And just making sure, I was being consistent in my drills and making sure I did everything right. Just making sure, through the drills, making sure I'm listening to the coach and what he wants, and then just going out there and doing it and showcase who I am.
What was maybe some of the feedback you got in Indy that you hope to apply on Friday when you go out there?
Really just my weight. So that's what I'm going out there to answer the question about my weight. Once I step on the scale, there really wasn't no athletic questions. And most teams just want to see my weight, but I'm ready to answer that. So we'll go out there on Friday and do that.
We'll go back right to Admiral.
Did you or your agent, your representation, did you guys feel anything different after you put up those numbers in Indianapolis? How have things been after that?
I say they say he got a lot of calls after that. Especially when I ran my 40, he's like they like what they seen and because they got to see it in person. So just to see who I am and see how I am on the field and how I can retain information and just apply it. So say from Indy, he's been getting a lot of questions and.
Back in the day, I feel like guys didn't like talking about the teams they heard from because you never really knew. But it seems like nowadays, these teams that talk to you at this point kind of really are interested. What are some of the teams that you've been hearing the most from?
I've heard from the Seahawks. I heard from the Vikings, the Giants, the Jets. So really a lot of up north teams. I heard from the Dolphins, the Jaguars. So just a little bit of everybody.
When you do so well at the Combine athletically, are you going to do that stuff at Pro Day, and what are you planning on doing at Pro Day?
Yes, I'm planning on doing some drills at Pro Day, so I'm going to do all the drill process, and then I'm going to do bench press because I didn't do it in Indy, so I'm going to go out here and throw up some weight. And probably the L drill, I'm going to probably do the L drill as well. So those three things, and everything else answers itself.
The 40?
No, I'm not going to do the 40 again. Yes, sir.
You mentioned you're 40. I mean, you mentioned your weight.
Yes,
is there a goal you're trying to get to, and how much of a trade-off is there? Your speed is such a big part of your game, and what size do you want to get to?
I want to get. A lot of teams want me 215. So once I get there, to step on that scale, but I'll probably weigh about 217. Just any other questions. So just do that and just be myself when it comes to the drills and just showcase once again who I am.
We expected you to probably run a fast 40 given what you showed on the field the last few years, and I know that a lot of your teammates were fast as well. Were there any 40 times from some of your fellow defenders that maybe surprised you or stood out at all?
Yes, Fisk and Jada. When I seen Fisk run that 4.7, because I'm in the lobby watching at the hotel, so when I seen that, I was like, yeah, that's the reason they want to put us in the playoffs, because they see too much speed out here. Then you got Jada who came and ran the 4.3. I'm like, sheesh. We definitely did what we were supposed to do up there and showcase that Florida State Seminole.
Kalen, I think I saw you yesterday at practice. What's it been like in Tallahassee, and what's some of the reception that you've received?
It's been good, coming from a different point of view. I'm on the sideline now rather than in practice. But, I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. I've been watching the climb videos and everything, so I'm definitely keeping up. I still call the guys that I know on the team and just making sure they're doing everything right. So, definitely positive vibes here, and it's good to be back.
Jared was talking about the job that Coach Storms and their staff have done with you guys.
So,
But he also said, like, part of it's on the players to have the right mental to accept it. And, like, what was that like for you, and how did they help you?
but it helped me a lot, you know, just to get, when they first came in, just to get used to, you know, the way they ran things and how they wanted to be done. You know, being here with them for 4 years, you know, I learned a lot with them. They helped me so much from technique, you know, to having that mindset to when it get later in games that we're going to have to finish and fight. And, you know, created a brotherhood in the weight room, you know, just pushing each other on and off the field. You know, they held us to a high standard each and every day.
You and Tatum were vocal leaders and leaders by example. Now it's DJ's time to kind of step into that role. What are things you've told him about what he can expect to be a leader, to be the veteran of the group?
After I finished my season, I just told them, you know, make sure you be vocal in every aspect. Make sure they hear your voice at all times, because later, like during games, you're gonna be the one who's speaking. So just making sure you staying consistent, you know, making sure they hear you, and just making sure you that leader, showing the example, because he's the older guy now. So now he got to be able to lead the room, you know, tell them what they do wrong, and, you know, things that he may see from his point of view. So I told him make sure you continue to coach up the young guys, because, you know, you got to leave it better than you found it. So making sure you continue to coach up the young guys, because next year, hopefully, he's on this side. So just making sure he be that leader in the room.
Anything else for Kalen? All right, thank you.
Thank y'all.
Appreciate you.